is the second time I'm videoing this because the lighting wasn't working. It was a bit naff. Am I right now? Can you see me? Hello, hello. Hello, YouTube. This is the second time you're filming this. What a pain in the bat, because the lighting was moving around. Anyway, welcome to episode number 5 of EndGame. We are in a different gym today, a different facility. I don't know anyone else, but whilst I'm in prep for a comp, because my life is so samey, I'm doing the same stuff, I'm doing the same steps, and over time you're increasing the amount of the same things you're doing. Does that make sense? You're doing more output and you're eating less food over time. They kind of outweigh themselves, a little scale tipping. I quite like to be in different environments but doing the same things. So I'll still do the same workouts, I'll still put the same intensity in, but I just want to see different colour walls and I want to see different faces, even though I don't look at people anyway. I want to hear different music, I want to smell different smells while doing the same thing. I don't know if anyone else is the same there. I could just be the only weirdo. I'm still getting a job done and I'm still having my head down, but I quite like that. So I might be getting a membership at a different gym, which is even closer to home, which is quite cool. But that being said, I'm joined by Matt, who you've met quite a few times, and Stu, who competed about at the same show Matt did last time, but he's also been invited to the British finals, which is quite cool. And he'll be competing, I think, in October, September, October, which is quite good. They're both on more food than me. They've both got way more energy, which is awesome. I like to position myself with people not only are motivated and inspiring and really want the same sort of things as me and are driven, but are also stronger and fed more, because they're going to have more oomph inside the gym, which will no doubt give me more oomph. Yeah, use these people. That's what they're there for. They're going to use you at times and you use them. That's what mates are for. That's what you need to have these people around you. That's the whole point in having a circle of good people, because you can use each other and bounce off of each other, and that's the point, right? It's going to be a bit more of a raw style, rather than just lots of chit-chats. Lots of spitting, swearing and grunting will occur, no doubt. We have a push session, but shoulder focused. So lots of raises with a heavy focus on our delts, with a secondary at the end focus on our chesticles. Just a little update on prep. My body's still holding at 96 kilograms. More than happy with that, because the body itself is getting tighter and leaner. More lines are coming through my legs. My midsection is looking grainier and more like slim and tight and hard. When I'm waking up, I'm feeling like nothing's there. I'm sort of pinching just skin. I'm not really a guy to hold much body fat around my midsection and my back. It's all love handle, arse cheeks and upper leg. Always has been, just like a woman. That is my genetics. Bullshit white British man genetics. Okay, and I'm tainted with that. I just got to work with it. So body's coming in nicely. Foods have been dropped on rest days. Nothing considerable. However, anyone else notice this? Let's say if you've got a meal with your 3 main bits of bobs in it. So you've got your veg, your carbs and your meat, right? And some fats. One of my meals has been completely removed of carbohydrates. So you do notice a bit of a difference there. Let's say if you've got 100 gram of rice and you go down to 80, you don't really notice a difference. But when you take it completely away from the plate, you physically notice a change. So that's a bit of a bummer, but that's okay. Things have to happen. At the moment, you know, a lot of people go and put a bad rap on when people go, food is fuel. It fucking is at the moment. I just eat for a purpose. I don't eat for pleasure. I don't. Yes, I do splash some salt and some seasoning and some skinny flavoured saucy food, so it's low calorie and low sugar sauces. I do enjoy things where I can, but at the moment food is fuel and food is a tool to get me to where I want to be. And there's lots of tools in our toolbox. There's cardio, there's food, there's training, there's sleep, there's recovery, there's supplements, there's all sorts of things. And my food is another tool to get me to where I want to be. It's as simple as that. But of course, I'm a big foodie. Sorry, there's a bit of wind. I'm a big foodie and I enjoy eating crap. I'm not feeling too hungry. In fact, saying that, my belly's just rumbled, which is quite funny. I'm training today on an empty, no food in my tum-tum. I just wanted to quickly add, you might see me throughout the session, I look quite homeless. And this is one thing that I noticed during prep last time, is I cared, as I got deeper and deeper into the contest prep and closer to competition, I cared less and less for my physical appearance. And I don't know what that's about. Maybe because I am so tired and my energy levels are so low, I care less for myself and just the jobs I've got to do for myself. Does that make sense? So I got my hair cut less frequently. I just wore beanies and caps. I shaved less frequently, even though I was trying to grow my hair out anyway and grow a mustache. So I can defend myself and give a reason to that. But I started to wear sliders and flip-flops with socks on, and just to be more comfy, okay? Does that make sense? I just wanted to feel comfortable throughout feeling uncomfortable. I just wanted to find avenues and areas. I watched more Harry Potter and I painted more Warhammer models and I played more Xbox to try and comfort myself through. Let's face it, it's fucking uncomfortable, man. It's really hard. Prep is fucking difficult. Whatever anyone says, oh, it's easy, it gets easier. No, it doesn't, man. It gets more manageable. That's what it get. You get better. It doesn't get easier. You get better. You get stronger. You are more experienced. Prep is fucking hard, man. You've got so much to do, okay? And then sleep gets affected. I'm now waking up at like 5 AM, buzzing out my tits, ready to go, which you might think, oh, that's fantastic, Matt. You're really productive. No, because I'm getting less sleep. I'm going to bed at the same time, about 10, half 10. I'm now getting up at 5 and not 6, 7 o'clock. So I'm losing an hour. So I now need to get more rest in the day, which now affects my work and affects the amount of steps I get. And it's just more stress. So it's stress management as well. There's fucking loads and it's hard work. I'm going to stop moaning because really I quite love this. And I'm waiting for the boys to arrive. I don't know when they will arrive. And we will get a bit of a session in. I'm going to go pay my way, have a little bit of a walk on the treadmill, and then we will get cracking. We're in. Stuart bending over as per. So we're starting for a lateral raise. Get those elbows up, bud. Beautiful piece of kit, this. So we're going to use a plate-loaded prime shoulder press. Feels very, very good. Now they've got a system called torque arms where you can place plates at different points on the machine to adjust the strength curve at which where you press, where the weight is most heaviest. So if you wanted it heavy at the bottom, midway, or at top, or all the way through, or different bits, which is quite nice. Me personally, I want to work on the lockout, so I want it to be lighter at the bottom and heavier at the top. Okay, so I'm going to adjust where I put the weight. I don't know about these boys, what they'll do. Will you be doing the same? They'll be doing the same. So we want the most amount of weight at the top where we lock out, then we do it at the bottom. Yeah, because this is the stretch position, so we want to be able to stretch and pause and bang, straight up.
Here we go. I'm feeling good, mate, real good. Yep.
Big boy weights.
Oh, crumbs. Yeah, I felt heavy, that did. I got 8, but that was my limit. I don't think I had any left in the tank. 2. Remember.
Come on. Strong. British finals, brother.
Yep, 2 more in there. Get it.
Come on.
1 more, I'm with you. Yep. Come on. Oh my God. God, you feel strong and then you get there. Yeah. My word.
We're going to wrap up and stay safe. We're going to plug a 20, and no, I'm not far stronger than these boys. I just feel as if today I feel okay. I'm running on no juice. I've got no foodsy in me. Yeah, put 20 on there. If I can find one. I found one. Right, okay. 2468. That's a lot of weight. That's 80 kilo. I can't even pick 50 kilos up. I'm a lot of man. Oh, there was a bit of a pouch there, actually, wasn't there? Sorry about that. Yeah. This is a PG channel. Okay. 2, 1. Okay. Two.
Let's go. That's you. Come on, look it.
Go. One.
Drive it up. Drive. Come on.
Fuck. God, that was some ugly reps, man. Whew, shit.
Come on, keep going. We're
Easy.
not
Get a bit of range in there. Good. There he is.
Yep.
Come on. Back off set.
Go on. Keep going. That's you. Drive it up. Let's go.
21.
Awesome. Good boy.
Side raises with dumbbells. Okay, third movement in. We have lateral raise with dumbbells. Set of 20, 15, 12, but the 12 is going to be a drop. Just make sure when you're doing lateral raises you're not swinging too much. You can use a little bit of a swing and natural momentum, but don't try and hook the weight up. Never do that. Yeah, I'm going to do 12. I'm going to do 20 kilos for 12, then I'm going to do 12 kilos for 12. You stay on my mind. Oh, hey. Rear delts now. So there's no rear, pec fly machine. There's no rear version of that. In fact, yeah, there is a pec fly, but there's no rear pec fly. So we're going to have to do the same, but on a dual pulley cable system. My biggest tip on this, apart from the thing between my legs, Matt, is just keep your chest as high as you can. You need to keep stable. Now, it's very difficult because you've got nothing to stabilise yourself. You could put a bench in front of you, lie your front half against the bench just to stabilise yourself. Keep your elbows nice and high. Remember, nothing from your elbow down to your wrist activates anything in your shoulder, so none of this stuff matters. Just try and, I almost say, duct tape your elbows in a straight or bent position and keep them in that position all the way through. Flexing at the top, stretching here, flexing hard, elbows up, flexing hard. Boom. Yeah? No? Okay, so we're not using that machine now. We've come back to the Panata standing multi machine where we were doing the flies or the lateral raise, sorry, at the beginning. You can now scoop this up and change the attachment. See, rather than doing from the bottom up, we now start from the bottom at the top and come down to the bottom. So we have, it's almost like a decline fly, this is, isn't it? Feel it down the bottom here. God. Oh, fuck. Oh, nasty. It's great though, isn't it? Feels beautiful. 2, 1. Ah. 1. 2. 3. 4. 1 more.
Come on. Drive. Come on.
Blood's left my face, mate.
Grr. Help me with the first one, mate.
Just like that. It's so angry. 2. 1, bro, let's go.
Yep. Okay.
Big reps. Come on.
Ooh.
Easy.
Ooh.
3. Good. Come on. Good. Oh, mate. You've got a proper audience in here now, mate. Come on. Oh, let's go. Oh, light work. Drive. Light. Come on, bro. Drive it up. Throw card. Shoot. Oh, easy.
Oh, I definitely lost my chin there. That was gone. Hi. 3, 2, 1. Man, my fucking bar.
Get. Yeah. Pressing. Strong.
Get it.
Up.
Last one there.
Make it. Come on.
Fish.
You're such an angry, like I can tell you're like getting you're like.
Now this is the beauty of training with other people, which we're going to get to in a minute actually. But you train more of like an ad hoc basis. You might swing in different movements which weren't originally planned. Like now I'm supposed to call it quits, to a point. I've got dips now, or a close grip bench. But we're going to hit some decline press and then go back to that in a minute, all right? So, why not?
Keep tight the back. Let's go. Easy, man. 2 with me now. Come on. Let's go.
1 more.
Let's go. Drive. Come on.
Oh, a little bit heavy. A little bit too heavy. Was that 4? 4 reps.
Is this yours? Shit, bro. Thick-waisted mmotherfucker. Fucking hell, man. 2.
Let's go.
Ah.
Let's go.
Up.
Oh, yeah.
Up. 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 Up.
Come on, man. 6. Come on, bro. Drive it in. Drive. Drive. That's you. Come on, lock it out. 1 with me. Come on. What you got? Drive. 11 weeks, bro. Come on, drive. Drive. Lock it out.
Fuck, mate.
Look at it. Come on. Yep.
2.
Yep.
Go.
Come on. Go.
God. Oh, fuck. Christ. Oh. It's a good start. I think we can all fit on here. Oh, it's like a school trip. Yeah, do you know how I feel? I feel like you know, like a ploughman sandwich. like a thick, yeah, these are like thick, like wholemeal pieces of bread, and I'm like a thin, wafer thin Tesco value ham. I'm gonna start moving the microphone like a proper. Say hello. Hello. So we're gonna have a quick chat. I think this would be quite useful. Talk about the topic of training partners. What would you say the biggest advantage of having someone to train with is? What is that?
I would say just definitely go beyond failure. Obviously, if you have the right training partner, they know when to step in. Because you get some that, obviously, some guys aren't experienced. They literally hold on to the bar like you see guys.
That is the disadvantage.
Yeah. Oh yeah, true. But just going beyond failure,
Yeah.
I'd say. They wouldn't normally go to, I reckon, for me anyway. And it's placebo again.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys.
It's almost having that. If you've got the right training partner, which we're going to get to a disadvantage is having the wrong training partner, but having the right ones with the right mindset, and they equally are as invested in the set as you are doing the set, they want more from it, don't they? They won't lift the bar from you, but that's the hard part, is finding the right training partner that wants the same as you, isn't it?
Definitely. I don't know about you as well, and I don't know if you got this from me, but I'm secretly quite competitive.
No, I do, because when we were on that decline, on one of the machines, what did you say? You were like, oh, I got 13. You've said that a few times, and that's great.
Yeah, like whenever Matt beat me today, it made me want to push harder and get more. Not in a bad way.
No.
If you beat me, I'm still happy for you.
Yeah.
And I think it's great, but it does push me to push harder.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
don't like losing.
No. And if you've got that competitive attitude, it's going to rub off on your training partners, I feel.
Yeah.
Now, what is the disadvantage of having a training partner? If they roll up late?
Oh, that's annoying.
Oh,
That is
mate.
annoying.
One or
That
two
is
times maybe is acceptable.
Yeah. What about,
Especially if you've had your pre-workout and you're like buzzing off your tits.
what would you do if a training partner rolls in 10 minutes late? Matt?
10 minutes is okay.
Okay, you?
10 minutes is fine. I could.
20 minutes late.
Or I would text them. I would say, I've already started, just join in when you get here. I wouldn't wait.
I'll say as Matt. I'll just say jump in when you're here.
Half an hour late.
I'd never train with them again.
Cut them off. You know.
Cocksuckers. See, because I'm so, when we say, oh, we're training at 1, I'm like, right, I'm like building myself up, I'm hyping myself up in my head, I'm ready. Like, I want you, again, talking about investment, I want you with me as like I don't know, part of my army going to battle.
Hype buddy.
Imagine Leonidas with his, like, comrades, and he goes into battle and they just turn up late.
Yeah, half an hour late, yeah.
Oh, I'm fucked now, aren't I?
Hold off for about 20
Yeah. If you could train solo for the rest of your life, or either solo or with a training partner, you could either pick out of those two forever, what would you pick?
I would say an experienced spotter. So a training partner.
Always.
Yeah.
You'd have that. You?
If it's a good training partner.
Because I feel if you weighed it out, there's more advantages to having one than there isn't. And I would always, because I'm more of a, and I don't know about you boys, but you've seen the same, I like being around people. Yeah. There are moments in your day in prep and where you want to be by yourself, especially eating meals.
Yeah.
Like I just want to be in my little cave when I eat a meal. But when like times like this, I want to have a bit of camaraderie.
Yeah,
I want to have a laugh. I want you to slap my shoulders. I want swearing. I want laughing. I want joking. I want to have a bit of life.
Not that I would ever do CrossFit. Or I might do it in the future maybe, but that's one thing I do really like about CrossFit, like the camaraderie of it, like they all celebrate each other's wins and push themselves to push harder. I feel like if there was more of that in bodybuilding, I feel like it would be, I think it would lead to better physiques.
But do you remember back in like the Pumping Iron videos, they were all friendly, all training together in Gold's Gym Venice, they were all getting involved, and now you hear a lot of this bodybuilding selfish sport. I don't feel it is.
Do you think that's down to headphones? People putting headphones
Technology
in.
and headphones,
You can't talk to people, can you?
No.
With your headphones in.
No.
You see someone like in a session, like even in between their sets, they get headphones in. You don't really want to go and speak to them, do you? But if they do,
Unless you know them enough. If I see you with the headphones, I'm coming right up to you, giving you a hug.
yeah.
If they're just about to start a set, I wouldn't literally go over and like, oh, hey man. You know what I mean?
Take the headphone out.
Yeah.
Hello,
you know what I
mate.
mean? For us, obviously, we know, as your competitors, we know, like, right, how important these lifts are to some people.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you're just like a general guy you see out on the street, that's a bit different. But if a guy's getting hyped for a big set, the last thing he wants is a chat right before he's going to hit, I don't know, like a 5-plate deadlift or, I don't know, like 8-plate deadlift, sorry, you know?
It's learning the type of person you're going to train with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If we can give some advice to someone watching this then, if you are now starting to train with someone, or you feel like finding a training partner, or you've got a brother or a sister, a friend from work, or just a mate that you're now training with, how can this person watching become a better training partner?
Don't forget deodorant. Brush your teeth. Very helpful.
Two real
tips.
quick tips there.
Yeah.
I would say listen to their cues. So if your spotter says, help me on the last 2. If the spotter, not spotter, let's say if your training partner says, help me on the last 2, help me on getting up, just have your elbows underneath, your hands underneath my elbows, keep your eye on me, actually listen to them and actually do as they say.
Not go on your phone, like, when they're mid-set, like you see some guys are like on bench, they're like, yeah, go for it, bro, and they're like scrolling
massive.
through, you know.
Be as invested into their session as they're invested into their
So
session.
the worst thing I've ever had is whilst I'm in the middle of a heavy fucking set and I'm busting my ass, is looking in the mirror and seeing my training partner behind me doing this.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, I can't be fucked.
that
It's
annoys
weird.
me.
You shouldn't feel that way because you should be really concentrating, but you do look up, you do look. And if I see my training partner not looking at me, shouting, screaming, or focusing, it throws me right off.
Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed as well, like, our job is on Instagram, right? But whenever we train together, after the session, we're always like, shit, we haven't Instagrammed anything.
When we train together, when we end up training, been countless times in the middle of a session when we've gone, oh shit, we haven't put anything on the stories.
Yeah.
Fuck. But when we're training alone, I'm like, oh, I've got a minute or 50 seconds. I'll just pop my phone up and just video something.
Yeah, because we're in the session, so we don't even think about it, which is a good thing. It is a good thing.
I think when you're experienced in the gym anyway, you start knowing when to step in. Like, obviously, when you guys on your last couple of reps, you know, I reckon I've got about 3 reps in them, and then you know, on that last one, you know, right, I'll let them take as much as they can, and then you can just step in. Even just hovering their hands over, that placebo, those, you know, when you're in a set, you think, shit, like, I've got one, potentially, and then when they hover their hand over, you think, oh, they'd help me. You ask them, they're like, I barely touched it. And I think it's having that trust as well. Because you get some partners like, bro, I didn't even touch it. And they're literally holding the bench press the whole rep, you know. You want to trust your training partner to know, like, mate, I barely touched it.
Yeah.
Over spotting's the worst.
Yeah. One of the worst thing ever, even you're on your last rep, but you know it's manageable. Just.
Yeah.
You know you can complete your set of 8. You're on 7.5. You look at their hands on the bar, and it just becomes like a feather, and you're like, you've just fucked it, mate. It pisses people. Well, it pisses me off a lot.
Gains rapists. That's what they are.
There you go. What are they?
A gains rapist.
That's exactly what they are. One more tip for anyone that is training with someone, that they can become a better spotter, a better training partner, apart from being invested and listening to your partner's cues.
I think learning the person's personality is a big thing. Like, obviously, as we start training more together, you start realising how you fire them up. Some guys react to, like, just hardcore slapping. Some guys need, like, a little bit of reassurance before they get in, you know? It's like, everyone has their different trigger points. Like, I know for me, like, I'm quite calm for a set, but when I'm in the set, you just sort of switch it on. Like, you just need to, I think, when you start getting experience with your training partner, you've had a few sessions, a personality, you start rubbing off on each other. And you know, right, okay, I know how, because some guys might not want to talk, like, between a set, or they want to say, like, look, I've got my headphones on, there's no disrespect, just gets me in the zone. Like, it's just trusting them and just having, like, respect as well. It's just experience, isn't it, really?
You ever trained with a slapper?
Have I ever trained with a slapper?
Yeah.
Oh, a slap in my back?
Yeah.
Well, what did I do today? I slapped your chest.
No, big.
I always like to do I just like to just push people's
I'm
buttons.
talking a big time. A big time. Come on.
I've never trained with a big time
I
slapper.
Yeah.
Have you?
Hungarian bastard. Yeah.
And
he
how was
loves
that?
it. A bit intimidating, actually. Yeah, because I know he did it to himself. That's the scary thing. Before each set, you know, with the wrist wraps, like, come on, Thomas.
Wow.
And then when it got to my turn, I could see him warming up his straps to slap me across the back. But no, I don't need it.
Fucking bondage, man. That's not spotting. Wow. Yeah, it's pretty much you care about your own workouts, you care about your diet, you care about your training, your progression. You should also have the same amount of care, or very damn close to that, for the people that you are surrounding yourself with. Because if you want that from them, you should be giving that to, you know, it's energy, it's chi. Let's say if I'm here, say if your energy is 100%, no one's energy is 100%, but let's say your energy is 100 and I'm 70 before I get in, I'm going to end up emulating your 100. If you're screaming, shouting, swearing and laughing, I am going to do at least that. Aren't I? You know, so anyway, great session. We're going to end it here.
Good points there.
You are now in off season, so you eat how many calories you want a day?
4.5.
Lucky fucker. How many calories you want a day?
Probably roughly 5 to 4.5, yeah.
Wow. Shit. Bastards. I'm on 1900.
Which
But
isn't
it's okay.
bad.
It isn't bad.
It's not bad
okay.
for how many weeks out again?
11.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You're in good shape.
We're all right.
You got this.
We're okay. We're all good in the hood. I'm going to do 35 minutes on the stairs now. I was going to go home and do that later, but you know when you kind of like, fuck it, get it done now.
Yeah.
You might as well die now.
I'm going to eat rice pudding.
Rice pudding. Do you put jam in the rice pudding?
No jam. I put raisins in there and a bit of honey. And Morrison's Own rice pudding. It's the one you want.
Morrison's Own.
20p a can.
20p a
And
can.
it's creamy.
You don't like rice pudding, do you? We spoke about the rice pudding. It's the texture. It's like lumpy horse's semen.
Love a bit of semen.
Right, we are going to say goodbye. Say goodbye.
Cheerio.
Say goodbye.
Bye, stay safe.
Ta-ra.